What's up guys, Weather Wednesday, coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, I've got a very interesting question for you. How did you learn how to play Raid Shadow Legends? Because if you were just to sit down and try to learn how to play this game, you probably stunk at it, because it's a very difficult game. Now, it didn't take me too long to figure that out, and to figure out that there were different kinds of guides to learn how to play the game. Now, the first way that I learned how to play the game is I learned that there were codes, promo codes to get Ninja, because I signed up during the very first promotion for Ninja. At the very end of it, I was just able to get Ninja, and as I was searching for those codes, I found some websites that taught me, there were lists of who the good champions were. You probably are familiar with ayumilove.net. I used that very much at the beginning, and then I started to get into YouTube. And pretty much since early on, most of my information has come from YouTube, or later on, Hell Hades' website. But for the most part, I have learned from other YouTubers how to play the game. But there has been something that I have avoided for 3 years. I've been playing this game for just over 3 years now, and for the entirety, I have avoided one very popular way of learning about the game. That is, until today, when I signed up for a brand new Reddit account. Now, I haven't been on Reddit at all in probably 10 or 15 years, other than, when you Google something and it sends you a link to some random answer on Reddit. I go there sometimes. But to actually have an account and to actually try to use Reddit, it's been a very long time. And so they ask you when you sign up for an account, what are your interests? And under gaming, surprisingly, was Raid Shadow Legends. Now, maybe that is because the computer is watching us. That's a very good likelihood. But either way, r/Raid Shadow Legends appears to be the place, and it looks like I joined just by saying it was one of my interests. So here I am. The only thing I'm following now is r/Raid Shadow Legends. Let's find out what's on this subreddit. See if I can figure out if there's anything worthy of continuing to come to this website. Now, like I said, I don't really know how this website works other than what I've seen YouTubers search through their memes for. Let's see, weekly showcase. Let's just start at the top. Welcome to the weekly showcase post. Okay. That's just something that the company puts out. I don't really care about what the company is putting out, because they're putting out all that stuff on Twitter or whatever else anyway. Are these just announcements at the top? Okay. So I guess this is how everybody's finding out what events are coming up, maybe? I always assumed that was like the official content creators Discord or something, where they got all that news, but maybe it comes on the... Have I been missing out on this? Have they been posting this stuff early on Reddit? Is that it? Because I just assumed that the big content creators were in a Discord where they're getting all their information earlier than us. And I still think that's true. I don't know. I'm small time. Look, I only have 388 subs. If you get me to 1,000, I might not look like such an idiot, and I would know this stuff. Rebalancing notes for the Lady of Aerith and Noble. I don't know about you, but I would still just feed my Noble to a ninja if I were to get one. Maybe that's just me. I don't think that's just me. I don't think that Noble changed so much, but I don't have either of those champions, so it doesn't seem like I have too many champions that get rebalanced for some reason. I did have, what's her name? I'm gonna have to look her up because I'm spacing out. Dark Elves. Queen Eva. I've got 2 of her. She's not really good enough. She has like a really hard hitting A2 that blocks revive, but that's it. Everything else is weak. Still not good enough for me. Inquisitor Shamael guaranteed. Should a mid-game player do it? Yeah. Yeah, I already made a video on this. Should Inquisitor Shamael, should you get him? Of course you should if you don't have him. Unless you already have like in-game Hydra teams. Like, that's a no-brainer in my opinion. I'm a mid-game player with 30 Void Shards. Should I throw it all into this guaranteed event? And then we got a bunch of answers. But I already told you the answer. That probably would have been useful information to me at one point in time. So I'm wondering if most of these questions are coming from newer players, or if there's some endgame players asking questions too. That's kind of interesting. Or if the endgame players are just answering the questions. All right, progress has slowed. I don't know if I'm late early mid game or early mid game. I just made a video about what is late game, and it's kind of loosey-goosey with what is the early game, the mid game, the late game. I feel like it goes early game until you get Syl and Arbiter, and then it's mid game until, like, say you get Ramontu, and then you're like late mid game until you get end game now, kind of when you're getting close to Marius. If you can do all the missions necessary for Marius, I feel like you are end game. But what do you do when you have slowed your progress? Quite frankly, the answer is be patient and get more champions. The only way that you're going to progress in this game is you get more champions and you get more gear. You try to take down things as you can. You try to take down dungeons. You try to take down clan boss. You try to take down Hydra. One thing at a time. But unless you are crackening out, it takes time. You got to get the champs. You got to get the gear. That doesn't happen overnight. Gallius Bloodcrest. Not bad at all. Okay. So this is, yeah, this is the chicken mythical. Let's see, who is this? Nordley's DT. Okay, I don't know who that is. But you tried out the chicken and okay. So it feels kind of random. What's good, what's not, like what's going to be useful as you scroll through the Raid Shadow Legends subreddit. But that's no different than scrolling through your daily subscribers, right? Maybe one day someone like me is making like showing off their ninja, right? But maybe you already have your ninja build and you don't really care, so you don't really want to watch the video. Same thing with the subreddit. Maybe you're like me and you don't have any mythicals except for Lady Mikage. You don't really care about Gallius Bloodcrest unless you get him. It might be kind of difficult to find this when it's time, and that's kind of why I've always relied on YouTube, is because you can more easily search that. But maybe there's a good search filter. You can search. So let's say I wanted to search for ninja within Raid Shadow Legends. The Return of the Ninja. Ninja's back. Why don't we get anything for having ninja? Free ninja. This is the other reason why I was always afraid or shied away from joining the subreddit. I always felt like my impression of it, when YouTubers talked about it, is it felt very negative. Now, if you are more familiar with the subreddit, let me know. Do you feel like YouTube comments are more positive than the subreddit? Or is it about the same? Or do I have it backwards? Let me know. 2 years of playing, 100% free to play. So I'm guessing this is just showing off your account. So free to play, it looks like he's got, what, about 40 some legendary champions. A lot of them are free. Looks like he does a lot of fusions. Got Sulfurion, that's pretty nice. So with Sulfurion and Estrid and Mithrala, it's definitely got some Hydra potential there. This guy is unfortunately trash. Rhodos, I can't get my hands on a Rhodos or a Siphi or a Duchess or any of the like OP champions from the beginning or Arena. I just can't get them. And now we've moved on to Mythicals. Now we move on to Mythicals, and those champions don't mean as much the higher up you go. Like now, like I go to live arena, I don't get that scared of a Siphi anymore. Rhodos can be a problem sometimes, unless you encounter him with Ultimate Death Knight. You know, Harima though. Harima gives me nightmares. Harima is the one I was trying to think of a minute ago. I can't get a Harima, can't get a Rhodos. Come on. Now when it comes to PvE, I've had a lot more luck. Like, not a ton of luck. It's not like I'm a whale or something. Alright, any strange or uncommon champs you like to use in Arena? I'll tell you mine. I wouldn't say it's strange or uncommon necessarily, but I use a lot more often than my competitors is Rhonda. When my opponent picks Sun Wukong, which is often. You know how it goes. You know, I pick Armons, and then you pick Arbiter and Sun Wukong, and then I pick Lady Mikage, and I also pick, at some point, Rhonda and or Ramontu Drake's Blood. I love using them against anytime there's like a UDK team. Rhonda can kind of get around dealing with UDK. Anytime that there's a Rhodos, anytime there is Sun Wukong, anytime there's a Harima, anytime there's somebody with a passive that makes it so they either come back to life or they can't be killed, can't be one shot. I love using Rhonda. So I wouldn't say that she's super obscure. People know about her, but she's also not meta. But for me, she's pretty meta. She does a lot. She can hit pretty hard too, especially on her A2. Her A3 is okay, but her A2 is great. Let's see. Lysea, not a good idea. No. Sylar in Arena, like maybe early game, but against Stone Skin, what is Sylar gonna do? Sulfurion. I really don't like burners in Arena. Like you can make it work, but it's not easy. Tell you who's surprisingly good is Teox. That guy, he's good everywhere, isn't he? What is old Blender team? Like, it's okay, but I am never scared of a Blender team. I'm just gonna outspeed them. Who's this? Oh, is this Supreme Ethel? I don't know, dude. What set is that? That's like one of the Doom Tower sets that I never go for, huh? That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so let me know. Who is like the unfamiliar champ that you use in Arena that surprises people? Just got Ugo. Congratulations. I have 2 of them. I can't remember if I still use both of them or not. I just switched up my Hydra teams. I think I still use both of my Ugos. Still a really solid champ. Use them on my hard and brutal teams, not my nightmare team though. Mithrala takes care of that along with Ultimate Gaelic. Alright, how to build Eric's. hard-hitting stone skin. As much of it as you can. I really don't like Eric's though. Advise on UNM clan boss comp. What? Oh, clan boss. I was thinking Hydra. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, that's not fun. I mean, obviously, if you can build a Geomancer team, that's great. I don't know if they have the pieces necessary. Doesn't Rathalos work? But I would go Ninja and or Geomancer. And at this point, I don't know if they have enough. I mean, do they even have a block damage? Maybe an Island team? This is going to be tough at that point. I mean, unfortunately, Brogni is not going to be your solution anymore. That's going to be tough for them. Let's see if they found themselves a solution. I think you might be out of luck, unfortunately. Let's see, would level 4 of barrel armor block humble? Okay. Trying to block her own self debuff, that's interesting. Debuff cannot be resisted or blocked, so no. Unless it's stone skin, only stone skin will block it. Okay. There you go, that's interesting. Okay, so that's maybe why people have been talking about Umbral Enchantress today, is you can block her self debuff with stone skin. I don't know if that's enough. Buddha 60 next. Okay, so a lot of people just looking for advice. So that's very interesting. I think that's enough for today. I actually found that to be a little bit more interesting than I expected. I didn't really look at a ton of the comments to see if it was like a super negative thing, as was my opinion. But I'd like to hear from you. Have you used the raid subreddit? Or are you more like me and you get your information from other sources, perhaps other websites or from YouTube, or maybe you watch the Purple platform, which I'm not the hugest fan of. I'm more of a YouTube guy myself. But it looks like a lot of people looking for advice. And maybe you're the type of person who likes to give advice. I certainly am, but I personally think it's a little more fun to do that on YouTube. But, you know, this might be a good thing for me to visit, get some more ideas for videos, because sometimes I do run out of ideas when there's nothing exciting going on in the game. So let me know what you think about the subreddit. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you'd like to, if I'm missing something here. Like maybe there's like sub pages within the subreddit or something. I really don't know how all of this works. I haven't investigated it more than you've seen. Like I said, this is the first time I've been on Reddit in a very long time. So let me know what I'm missing out. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, add to this number, please. Trying to get to 1,000 and become an official raid content creator someday. Until next time, I'm Myler Wednesday. This has been a Raid Shadow Legends video. See ya.